What is going on, my people? Good afternoon. It is your main man, Charles Tank Harris, the founder and chief visionary officer of the financial literacy platform Wealth Our Way, where our motto is wealth is not only for the wealthy. I welcome each and every one of you to episode 166. What is your financial why? But before we get started with all that, I got to practice the attitude of gratitude and say thank you, thank you, thank you to each and every one of you who are here with me as I stream live across the Wealth Our Way Facebook page and the Wealth Our Way YouTube network page. Wealth Our Way Network, if you haven't subscribed as of yet, please do. I also want to give the Wild Nation salute to all the members of Wealth Our Way Nation who watched this program pre-recorded overnight, over the weekend, wherever you can squeeze 15 minutes of financial literacy in. And then last but not least, a heartfelt how are you to the good folks on the Life 101 platform who listen to the audio recording of this very here program. So I am coming to you guys all live and direct from sunny, well, not so sunny right at this moment, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I am on the kids' family vacation. You will hear them in the background. You may see people come from the door behind me. This is all purposeful and planned. This is vacation mode for the kids. And it's really what inspired this actual segment of 15 Minutes of Finance. I am reading a new book. As I always tell you guys, I'm constantly sharpening the sword, taking continuing education on being able to provide you guys with the latest and greatest in financial news and knowledge. But also in reading this book, it talked about your financial why. And it just seemed perfect for me to talk about the financial why and to get you thinking about your financial why on a week that I'm down here on vacation with my children and my niece and just my daughter's best friend. Because the purpose of money is not to just gather money. I used to give an example. It's kind of a crazy example, but you guys know me to be a crazy guy. I would ask people if they wanted $1 billion. And of course, before I could finish the question, hands would pop up. Yeah, I want $1 billion. And then I'd say, let me finish the statement. Would you want $1 billion if it was in a room and I'm standing on the outside of the room with a gun and anybody who comes out the room is getting shot? And the answer then was like, well, no, I don't want $1 billion then, because the ascertaining or the accumulation of money is not what we want. Now, logically, we know that everything we want to do, for the most part, costs money. So we need money to do the things we want to do. But money in and of itself is not the goal, because you could have a bunch of money and no ability to spend it. I always think back to a movie. I'm not sure if it was Robin Hood. I think it was Robin Hood, where the one priest in Robin Hood was evil and he was funding the sheriff and getting money from the sheriff. And as a result, the other priest who was with Robin Hood and quote unquote the good guys caught him and he had all his gold and all of his jewels. And the good priest stuffed the bad priest's pocket with all of his gold and all of his jewels and threw him out the window. And it was funny in the movie, but he killed the dude. And the thought was like, hey, you got all this money, but you can't even use it. You're about to die. It got me to thinking, I need to talk to my audience and get them really thinking about why money is important to us in the first place. Whenever I'm doing someone's financial plan, I ask them, what do you want money to do for you? Because we get so caught up and focused on what we do for money. And the reality is as I'm sitting here watching my kids playing in the pool and this beautiful house that I've rented down here in Florida, that's why I work the way I work. When I ask people about their retirement, hey, when do you want to retire? It always saddens me to hear people say, I want to retire last week, or I want to retire as soon as possible, because it lets me know that they're not doing something that they love. I am doing something that I love and that I would continue to do forever if given the opportunity to. So you have to ask yourself, if you're working in an industry or doing something where you're making money, but you're not happy making the money, you need to really reevaluate what it is you're doing. Because as we all know, and as we've all been told through our entire lives, life is short. And if you're spending too much time earning money and then not being happy in that process, you're going to find yourself at the end of your days seeking happiness that you could have been getting the whole time. So here's an exercise that I want you guys to think about. The first thing you say to yourself is, what do you want money to do for you? What would having as much money as you dream possible allow you to do in your life? Now, here's a key. Most people answer this very knee-jerk reaction, or they say an answer they've been trained to say or hear all the time. Most people say they want more freedom, they want more time. So I was trained a very long time ago with the 5 whys, or the 5 questions. And what that basically does is, whenever someone asks you a question and you really know that this is an answer that you need to come up with, you keep asking a question about the previous answer. So let's do that together. Let me go as a guinea pig. Tank, what do you want from money? Oh, that's easy. I want more freedom. Why do you want more freedom? So the first question was, what do you want with money? I said, I want more freedom. Why do you want freedom? Oh, well, freedom will allow me to do the things that that makes me happy. What makes you happy? Oh, well, I'm happy when I spend time with my kids and when I see my kids getting what they enjoy out of life. I'm also happy when I ride my motorcycle. I'm happy when I play golf. How much does it cost to play golf and ride your motorcycle? What do you do with your kids that makes you happy? Oh, okay, well, my motorcycle has insurance, it has gas. I may want to get a new motorcycle every 2 or 3 years. I can put those numbers down. Golf lessons, going to the range and the rounds I play. I could put that in a spreadsheet as well. So I can come up with those. Say hi, Mom. Hey, everybody. But over my shoulder is my mother. She is the person who birthed Charles Tank Harris and why Wealth Our Way is even a thing. Now get out the damn frame, please. So gotta shout moms out when you can, because she ain't here forever. She's a little old. I don't know how much longer I got with her. This may be her final week here before she go to the upper room. So I invited her down on a vacation. So with that being said, you get to that 5th question, and now you have something to work with. Now you can sit down and say, oh, okay, I want more money so I can spend time with my children, so I can ride my motorcycle, so I can play golf. And then you start to work out what those costs are, and now you have a plan. And if you don't get it in the first couple of answers, just keep asking yourself the question. Because the reality is that we don't work to gain money. We work to gain the things that money affords us. And there is a difference. But oftentimes, especially when you come from a background that most of us come from, where money wasn't abundant, we start to get caught up in the achievement of money. I think I've told this story to you guys before, but I had a very wealthy client / friend / boss. I used to bodyguard her, and I went from bodyguarding her to being her financial advisor to just being, having a good relationship with her. And she was well off. She was worth over $30 million, $40 million, I believe. And I remember her lecturing me one night when I was bodyguarding her about the importance of spending time with my kids as opposed to working all the time. And I told her, I said, with all due respect, because I had nothing but respect and love for this lady, I said, that's easy for you to say for 2 reasons. A, you don't have any kids. Like, she was an older lady who had never had kids. And B, you got all the money you could possibly want. I have the exact opposite equation. I got, at the time, I think I had 4 kids. I didn't have the last 2 yet. I have 4 children, and I'm making 60 grand a year. Like, I don't have the relationship money to time to children that I want. So I told her about my upbringing. And once again, my mom is here, so she can verify. I'm always telling you guys stuff that you have to take me on faith on. When I was growing up, my mom raised me by herself. My father was not in my life. And my mom raised me in an economically challenged environment. She was a single mom supporting 3 boys and eventually a girl. And we didn't have a lot of money. I now, as an adult, can look back at my childhood and answer the question of, if we could go back to my earliest days of memory and you could give my mom $10 million or give my mom my dad to go through my 18 years with, I'm taking the $10 million. And that's maybe just me. Maybe there's some of you out there who'd be like, oh, that's horrible to say, and you should want your dad, or I would want to have my dad. I now have seen what life looks like, and I feel like I got where I needed to be as a person with my mom's excellent upbringing and rearing. So now I just wish she had more bread. Like if she'd have had 10 million bucks, things would have been a lot different for us. Now, at the end of the day, we cannot go back. And if I really am being, if I'm had a genie in front of me who would ask me to go back and give my mom $10 million, I would turn it down because I'm happy with who I am and where I am in life. But the question was more about if that was where I was and I had no choice. I want you guys to think about your situation, whether you have small children, grown children, or as my man Manny Fresh likes to say, in-betweens. If you have kids that require your time, there is a way now in this economy that we live in, I call it the gig economy, where you can make the most of your time and still make the most of your money. When I got to this Airbnb last night, while I'm trying to figure out the code to get in the front door, the Instacart lady is pulling up because we ordered groceries on the drive down. It was a beautiful thing. And this little lady, I don't know how old she was. She was somewhere in her mid-20s, beautiful, just delivering groceries. And she was driving like an Audi. So, I'm sitting here saying to myself, because I'm always thinking about the money. Y'all know how I get down. I'm like, wow, this young lady is driving an Audi and she's Instacarting because she wants more money. Maybe she Instacarts to make her Audi payment. I don't know. I don't know how much money you can make via Instacart. But I had a whole program back in August last year of different ways for us to make money in the gig economies, whether it was Toro, drop shipping through Amazon, Airbnbs. There are so many different ways to supplement your monies and incomes these days. You could call them side hustles. And what you want to do is always look to improve your streams of income. Because in improving your streams of income, if you are no longer trading your time for your money, then you have more time to do the things we want to do in life, like spend time on vacation. Now, mind you, I'm a workaholic, so I'm working all week. But I got my mom here. I got my wife here. I got it. Somebody gonna watch these children. I got my older 21-year-old daughter here. And every so often I get a chance to hang out and jump in the pool in between work and workouts. But the reality is that I just came from vacation. You guys remember I was in St. Martin not 4 weeks ago. I don't even remember now. My life feels like a vacation. I've set my life up to enjoy it. I come here every day to get you to be able to set your life up so you enjoy it every day. We talked before about retirement, and I want to refresh your memory, or for those of you who didn't catch that episode, retirement looks different for everybody. What I have always said I want my retirement to be is every year that I work, I want to add one more week of vacation. So I started this, I think, like 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I said to myself, I'm going to start with the standard 2 weeks of vacation that everybody gets. And every year for the rest of my life, until I'm gone, I'm going to add one more week of vacation. So, at 6 years ago, I was 46 years old. Let's say you work until 67. You're talking about 21 more years of work, and every year adding a week of vacation. So by the time I get to 67, I would be working 52 weeks in a year. I'd be on vacation 23 years and working 29 years. And that's half and half. That's going to play golf half the time, riding my motorcycle half the time, doing things that I enjoy half the time. But I don't ever want to be in a position where I don't go to an office or don't go to my virtual office and work because I enjoy what I do so much. But I want to buy another week of freedom every year. Now, if you work for someone, you may not have that type of flexibility. But if you have your own business, there's a goal for you, or your goal may be different. But the reality is that you should be asking yourself why. Every day, every week, every month, whatever your time frame is, set an appointment with yourself, with your loved ones, with your significant other, to go over why you do what you do. So with that being said, the sun is starting to come out. You guys know I'm in the middle of this 75 hard fitness challenge, mental toughness challenge. So I got to still get my first workout of the day in. I didn't do my morning walk yet because I was discombobulated with the workout and having to pick my mom up from the airport. But I'm about to get out in these streets, get a walk in, and then go to the gym later. I want to wish you guys the happiest and best Tuesday you can possibly have. There is no financial power hour tomorrow night, but I will be back here live on Thursday with another 15 minutes of finance. And please always remember, if you don't see it and know it to be true, dig deep into your faith bag and realize that wealth is not only for the wealthy. You guys have a great day.